mrphelp.com. You can find knowledge-based articles and a number of other things regarding every feature and focus of My Race Pass. You can also email us at any time, support@myracepass.com. If you got questions, email our support inbox. It's a busy time of year, but we'll do our best to get back to everybody as soon as we possibly can. So email support, find our help center online, find our YouTube page. This will be uploaded to our YouTube page in the coming days. And I just really appreciate you guys taking the time to be a part of this. Little housekeeping. We'll do the same exact session tonight at 7. So everything you're getting today will be repeated tonight at 7. We're going to have another general promoter webinar in April. So if you have a track around you that asks you a lot of questions, if you've got other people on your staff who you feel like could benefit from something like this, we're going to do this April 8th, 10th, and 12th, talking about season management the 8th, race management the 10th, and tickets and websites on the 12th. So, keep those dates in your calendar for, the next time that we do something like this. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I start on the dashboard page here. And for those of you on the Google Meet, let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about. For those of you watching on Facebook Live, thank you for doing so. If you're on Facebook Live, you've got questions about anything that you see here, feel free to put them in the comments. We got people monitoring the comments, so we will try to answer as quickly as we can here during the session. And if we can't get to it, we'll definitely circle it back after the fact. If you're watching in the Google Meet session, just use the chat to ask any questions that you've got. But we'll jump in here, and we'll start with online tickets. There's really two ways to add tickets to a profile. First is through season management. It's really simple, and I'm going to focus first on general admission style tickets. We'll talk about reserve tickets here in just a second. But for general admission style tickets, it's very simple. If I can go to my events in season management, look at all my events, look at any event that you want in the future, you can add tickets to any future event. So what is today? The 22nd of March. I should have an event for the weekend. It's gone somewhere. But I'll go ahead and look at April 20th. Let's say I want to add tickets to this event. Adding general admission tickets, super straightforward. I'll go ahead and add tickets. You can either copy from a previous event, or you can start from scratch and add from scratch. So let me do that. Let me hit next here. And then literally you're just naming the ticket, which will automatically be by default the event name. But if you need to name it something else, you can. Setting your availability dates, right? When they go on sale, when they're going to stop being sold. If there's a pre-sale duration, what that pre-sale looks like in terms of when that ends, when that expires. And then if the event is canceled, what happens to the tickets? Are they rain checked for the next event of the same type or refunded? But this is where you can just go in and start adding ticket types. For reference here, if you're doing reserve seating, there is a field for reserve seating map. Don't do anything with that. If you're doing reserve seating, let us add the map. Let us make sure it looks like it's supposed to. We can handle that here. But for GA stuff, right, let's say we're going to have two ticket types out there. We're going to sell 1,000 adult general admission seats at $20 a piece. We're going to sell 1,000 kids general admission seats at $15 a piece. That's 150. We don't want that. There's 15. And then again, if you've got a pre-sale date, you can put in a pre-sale price as well. If that's going to be 15 instead of 20 or 10 instead of 50, whatever it's going to be, and add. And that's really all it takes to add general admission tickets to an event. So if all you're doing is GA style tickets, you can do GA style tickets this way extremely quickly. You can sell pit passes this way. You can sell tickets by section this way if needed. You can do a lot of different things. So GA style tickets, extremely quick and easy to add. Now, in terms of a fan perspective, if I am a fan and I am going online to buy a general admission style ticket, let me just look at any old tickets that exist in my race pass right now. That is reserved, so that's a good example for later. But get in here. It's super simple for a fan buying a ticket. If I go to find tickets here, I know that, like BAPS, for instance, they're doing some tickets with us here for the weekend. General admission style tickets, extremely fast and simple to buy. Let's say I buy one adult general admission ticket for the weekend at BAPS, and I can add it to the cart. You'll see that the ticket that BAPS has is $25. BAPS or you or whoever is selling the tickets will receive all $25 of every ticket sold. We don't take any fees out of the tickets that you sell online in advance. Any fees that are incurred are passed on to the ticket buyer. And that fee structure is $1.90 that comes to us. So that's why the cart price is $26.90 instead of $25. And then there's a 4% service charge to pay the credit card fee. So they're paying $1.90 to us. They're paying $1.08 to pay the credit card fee. So their total ends up being about $3 more, $3 in fees, nothing crazy there. You can check out. And it's really simple. So it's really simple for fans to be able to buy a ticket online. Now, the one thing that I will tell you about that is that you noticed there was a $0 ticket here for BAPS. None of the fees will apply to that $0 ticket. This is just a way to track the $0 ticket. I still had the adult ticket in there. So let me remove that. There's no way, there's no fee. So if you want to track the number of free tickets that are claimed online, if you're not going to limit a number, even if you are going to limit a number, you want to track those, you absolutely can track those free tickets as well, if that's what you want to do. Remove that. There we go. So that's the first way to add general admission tickets. Really simple. Second way is through ticket management. And many of the tools that we're going to look at here in the ticket management screen, looks like a ticket icon on the left. There's a lot of stuff in here. Now, this is a demo racetrack, so there's obviously 1,000 events here that we're not going to do anything with ever. But we can also add tickets from this screen using the Add Tickets button at the top of the screen, right? So I can click Add Tickets. I can select an event on my schedule to add the tickets for. I don't know. Let's see if I can find an event that doesn't have tickets added to it yet. 831. Let's see if that doesn't add. If the ticket already exists. I think I've got tickets added to every event. Either way, it's the same interface. The same things, the same tools exist here. So you'd add basically the same information that you're adding in the ticket management screen. None of it really looks any different other than ticket management is a little older interface. Same features, same things going on there. Other things in the ticket management screen that I can show you. One is ticket packages. And ticket packages will work just fine with either a general admission style seat or a reserve style seat. So when I go to ticket package, actually, again, I'll just bring up Five Flags. Super simple process, right? You can add tickets to the package. And when you go to create a ticket package, really you're naming it, you're setting your availability dates the same way, whatever you want to do. The discount option, though, the discount type is what I really want to focus on. So your ticket package, typically this feature is used for a multi-day event, right? 3-day race, 4-day race, whatever. A ticket package is a way for a fan to buy one thing in their cart that contains the tickets to that multi-day event, all the tickets that they'll need. So a fan will go in and they'll purchase one ticket package. And of course, ticket sales have closed online for this event that happens today. So that was a bad example. But they'll go buy one ticket package. And that ticket package will contain tickets to every event that is a part of the package. So for the Five Flags example, it was a 3-night thing. If I go to tickets for this fake racetrack, your favorite track, there's a 3-day ticket package here. I can select the 3-day ticket package. I can select my seats, or I can select general admission options. Let's say I select these seats and add. And now I've got this event isn't active either. Golly. But I can go in and I can add either general admission style tickets or reserve style tickets for all of those events at one time. Yeah, I've got events that aren't active in my demo profile, but you can add all those tickets at one time. And then you can apply a discount, right? A lot of times that's the value of doing a multi-day ticket package, is that the price of the multi-day ticket package is slightly less than the price of buying the individual tickets, right? It's an enticement to buy all of the tickets at once. It puts more money in your pocket per transaction. So if you are doing any kind of discount there, right. So if you're doing, any kind of, right. So this ticket package is a $6 discount versus buying the tickets individually on race night. Now you can tell the program if you want that discount to apply evenly over all the dates or just apply to the last day. And the reason for that discount type applying is if one of the days of the 3 days or 4 days or whatever rains out. If you're applying the discount evenly, $6 divided over 3 days, night number 1 rains out. Everybody gets basically that $2 discount applied to their refund. So you're never going to refund more than the value of the package, if that makes sense. If you have it just applied to the last day and only the last day rains out, but you get everything else in, then the discount will be $6 total as opposed to the 2 if you were dispersed evenly. Those types of things exist. So I got a bunch of ticket types that are inactive. That's why it's not allowing me to buy those tickets right now. So that's a package, right? It's a multi-day event, buying those tickets at one time through a ticket package. Punch cards is the next option here. A punch card, when you add, there are multiple types of punch cards. I think of a punch card as a season pass, a per event pass, or a total punch pass. And I'll explain those different things as well. But if I go to buy a punch card, really what's going to happen is I'm buying one barcode that can be scanned multiple times, but it's still only one barcode. So a package is multiple barcodes for a multi-day event purchased at once. A punch card is different. So if I create a season pass punch card, I could call it my 2024 season pass. You can apply a season pass either general admission or through a ticket map. So however you want to do that, you can do it both ways. So a season pass can be purchased for an individual seat or just for, getting in every night. But the season pass will allow one scan of that barcode at every event that you choose to be a part of the season pass. You still have the autonomy to choose what events are a part of the season pass. So you can have a season pass that's just for your regular season events. You could have a season pass that includes specials. You could have a season pass for, if you race 2 nights a week, just your Wednesday night show as opposed to your Saturday. I've seen all of those types of things. But either way, you choose the events to add to the season pass. You set the price. Fan purchases a barcode that can be scanned one time at each event that you add to the season pass. A per event pass is a little bit different. It allows a set number of redemptions per event on one barcode. So works good for a VIP suite tower, works good for comping tickets to a sponsor, works good for a bulk discount ticket or something like that. But basically the way it works is that one barcode can be scanned however many times you choose. Let's say I sell a barcode that can be scanned 20 times. Somebody buys that ticket, or you sell it, quote unquote, via the POS system at no cost. And then they get the email of that barcode. It's then up to them to distribute that barcode as they see fit by forwarding the email. And then that one barcode can be scanned 20 times. You got a group of 20 that's going to walk in and use your VIP booth that night. Now they don't all have to show up at the same time and one person has to present 20 tickets or whatever. They can all come at their leisure. They all have the same barcode. It can be scanned a total number of 20 times at that event. That bulk ticket, that per event punch card can be sold or given out that way. Third way to do this is a total punch pass. And I oftentimes like to think about this in the same form or fashion that I think about like a minor league baseball team sells a book of tickets that can be used at any event. This is kind of a similar thing. A total punch pass, like a season pass, you can add multiple events to it, but like a per event pass, you can set a number of redemptions to it. So if you want to, sell 20 tickets, but it can be utilized at any of these 5 events, now that one barcode can be scanned at any of those 5 events, but it can only be scanned a total of 20 times. So the first night they could bring 10 people with them. You scan it 11 times. They've got 9 left to use at the other however many events that you want to use it for. So it's another way to utilize the punch card option. And this is a great use for somebody who doesn't want to spend the money on a season pass, but you're going to give out. And I've seen this used monthly, actually. There's 5 races in July or whatever it is this year. You buy a July pass. They can be scanned X number of times at all the races in July, or however you want to handle it. A lot of different uses and items for that. I will tell you the per event pass and the total punch pass oftentimes do not work with a ticket map. So if you're using a reserved seating map, it's best to use the season pass because you're selling that individual seat. And so it's a season pass that way. But season pass can be used with the ticket map. We've got clients out there that do that now. For camping, for grandstand tickets, so you can kind of do what you want there. And actually, I've got an example that I'll use here. I hope that these haven't been turned off yet. Port Royal has a season pass out there. So if I go to Port Royal, they already have been. Oh yeah, get season pass. Season pass there includes 33 events on their season pass. So if I buy a season pass, I'm buying one scan to every event listed in this screen, a total of 33. So I can go in and select my spot. I can pick a spot in the grandstand that I'm going to sit, whether it's a general admission style ticket or it's a grandstand ticket. The interface is the same for buying it. You're just buying a season pass now as opposed to buying one ticket to each event. You're buying one ticket that can be scanned at each event. You're buying one barcode basically to be used that way. So that's a good way to look at it that way. And those are the types of tickets that we can sell, right? Regular old simple general admission tickets that just about 85 to 90% of the racing world will utilize on a weekly basis, even for their special events. There's just online tickets out there. There is a reserved seating map. So oftentimes I always advise that to be used at a high demand or biggest event type of situation. So that way you can closely monitor your seating capacity and see how close you're getting to that. And B, have people purchase tickets in advance with the comfort of knowing where they're going to sit, those types of things. And then there's any of these punch card options, either the season pass, the per event pass, or the whatever we called it again, the total punch pass. I love all of the features. I'm not in love of the names of any of the features, but they all exist and do the things that you need them to do. So those are the ticket options that we have available. Go through some of the other ticketing features here, starting with the customers page. You can put in a date here for the customers, or, and this works both ways, I'll go back to the ticket management screen and I'll look at the ticket management screen for an individual event that happened already. Hopefully we sold some of these, but you can click the sold tickets view here. When you click on an event, click sold tickets, or I could have typed in 12, 10, 23 in the customer screen. Brings you to the same place. Brings you to a report that'll show you all your ticket buyers. And good, there are ticket buyers in this one. Perfect. So I can see for this event, sold 7 tickets. 2 of them were online. 5 of them were through our point of sale system and box office. 3 had been scanned at the gate. None of them had been refunded. I can see all that information. I can, if need be, I can issue an individual refund if you need to individually refund one person, or if you're using a reserved seating map, I can also exchange tickets to push that person to a different seat if that applies as well. And then there's report options here as well, where I can see the tickets report for all this information, right? I can see all the same information here in a report that I can print or export or do whatever else with. There's a box office report where you can see the tickets that were purchased on the box office system. A customer report where you'll be able to see name, email address, zip code, all that type of information for each customer. And then the sales audit report is the one that I'll show you as well. That'll give you the financial information side of this as well. Now, obviously for us, we're not going to pay ourselves out, so the numbers don't add up. But you'll be able to see, you know, I sold $40 worth of tickets online, didn't refund any. These are the fees for using the point of sale system, 20 cents. So I'm, you know, in this instance, I would be owed $38.80 if I can do some math quickly. But yeah, we're not going to pay ourselves out. So the numbers don't add up. But this is the sales audit report. You can audit how much money you made off of each ticket purchase, refunds, those types of things to start to, you know, understand where you're at financially at the end of the night. So all of those things exist here as well. The analytics page, I'll show you as well. Analytics page, and I have to go way back in time to get any information here for our analytics page. The analytics page is super valuable because you can start to get some demographic information for all of your ticket buyers. And this demographic information can be used in a few really creative and cool ways. So I'll just show you the information first, and then I'll kind of go through some of the ways that we've seen it be used. The heat map obviously exists here, right? We're based out of Lincoln, so most of our tickets are sold in Lincoln. But the heat map, you can see where your customers are coming from, how many total tickets have sold for that date range, how many unique customers, those types of things. You'll be able to see municipality information. So you can start, and this is one of the creative ways that I've seen this information used, right? The municipality information will start to tell you where are people coming from mostly. So I can start to think about where I'm going to advertise, right? What newspapers, what radio stations, even TV stations, where am I going to hang flyers? Where are my people really coming from? I've had a lot of ticket sellers be really surprised by this information. Average distance traveled, right? Are my online ticket purchasers coming from a long ways, or are they right next door? How far in advance people are purchasing gives you an idea of, when you should put these tickets on sale. When is demand going to be high? When is it useful for you to put tickets on sale? The prices, the ticket types, what ticket types are people buying? Gender and age demographics are here as well. And then you can get all the same information on an event-specific basis. So if I go to the 1029 event here, I can start to see the same information for the event analytics, or I can go back to that same ticket holder screen for that specific event as well, which really is valuable for if you're doing some kind of special event that you only do once a year, right? Monster truck show or whatever. I can see all of the event ticket holders for that monster truck show, export their email addresses and then retarget them the next time I schedule a monster truck show. Those types of things. I mean, that can be super valuable for you as well. And then, you can see all that information. Now, one way that this has been used that I really like is I had a racetrack in the Pacific Northwest who took this data, took this information, and presented it to their state's Board of Tourism. And that Board of Tourism, they were able to verify that they were bringing people from out of town, out of county, and out of state to that particular part of the world. And there's really not much else that people go to that part of the world for tourism for in this particular case. And they were able to get a big grant for their facility because they could show them, look, we're bringing people in who don't normally come here and who aren't coming here for any other purpose. And the state was able to kind of invest in them to be able to increase the tourism to that area. So there's just some, kind of outside the box things that you can do with this analytics information that I really encourage you to get creative with and see if you can utilize it as a way to help you in your facility. So I'll move on here. Pass lists as well. A pass list is a way to block off seats for a reserved ticketing map. So if you've got a ticket map, I can come into the pass list. I can add, section B, row 10, seat 8 for this particular pass list. I block that seat off. The other thing you can do with a pass list is you can generate a code for your season pass. So if I add a ticket holder, I can add ticket holder email, my name. We'll just go section B, row 10, seat 7. So I'm right next to Chris there. And I can generate a reservation code. And what happens is that seat is then blocked off, but it can still be purchased if the person has that reservation code. So you can use this for renewals, right? Send that person the reservation code via email. They go in, use the code to buy that particular seat. They don't have access to buy any other seat, only the one associated with that code. So they can renew either their camp spot or their pit stall or their whatever using the reservation codes. That's a valuable tool as well. Go ahead and cancel that. Last thing in here is ticket maps. I'm not really going to talk a ton about ticket maps because they're all internally built, but there are a lot of reasons to have a ticket map. Let me just show you one that I just recently did here. Actually just went live, I think today. Castro Flow Racing Night in America. So these ticket maps can be used for a lot of things, right? And they've actually today, I just made them live today. They've sold some camping spots. So I can sell camping spots through my ticket map. I can sell reserved seating through my ticket map. I can sell general admission style seats through my ticket map if I need to. I can buy pit passes through my ticket map. There is another one that I really want to show you in North Carolina who has Parking for fans around the outside of your facility. You can see on their header image here, people are parked around the outside of the facility. They sell nearly as many of those tailgating spots as they do grandstand admission passes. So when they go to sell tickets, yeah, I mean, great. You can definitely have your general admission seats, sell GA style tickets. That's fine. But they want to sell these trackside spots, and they want to sell them in advance. And they're actually doing really good for their Cars Tour race in a couple weeks. They're selling at least over half of them at this point. So I can sell these trackside spots too. So if you've got individual spots, whether that's parking for VIP, whether that's camping, whether that's trackside spots, or whether that's actual grandstand reserve seating, really encourage you to utilize our ticketing platform here. There's no extra cost to sell tickets through My Race Pass. It's a feature of your race management program. So if you don't have tickets online now, I can't recommend it enough to get tickets online. The reality is that people my age and younger largely are going to go to your website. They're going to look at your events. They're going to find a way to buy tickets, especially people who are unfamiliar with racing. And let's face it, those are the people that we're all battling to try to get, right? Your regulars that are showing up every week, they're going to show up every week. They're just going to. I mean, you could sell them cold French fries and warm pop, and they're still going to come back the next week because they're your diehards. Doesn't matter what you do for those people. They're going to be there. How do you get everybody else? How do you get regular people off the street? How do you tell them that you've got an event happening? Well, the point-proven best way to do that is to have a website that has lists of your events, the dates and the times, and also have tickets available or have it clearly identified on that website how they can get tickets. If people see an event and they don't know how to get tickets for it, that's a barrier to entry. You're going to lose people you don't even know about because you don't have tickets online or you don't have it clearly explained online how they can get tickets. So whether you're using us for tickets or you're using somebody else or whatever, it does not hurt you to have tickets out there online. Even if it doesn't help you as much as you think it should, it still doesn't hurt you. You're losing customers you don't know about if you don't have tickets online. And I'm a firm believer in websites and tickets. That's why I scheduled an entire webinar just for this particular topic. Tools then is the next thing that's here. Tools will allow you two things. One, it'll allow you our box office point of sale system, and it'll allow you our redemption portal, which is actually a feature of the box office system. So I won't go too deeply into that. You can add user permissions for these things individually. So, right, whoever has access to that computer at the front gate selling tickets, whoever has access to the in-app ticket scanner, you can add tickets for those individually without giving them access as an admin to everything else in My Race Pass. And there's also demo tickets here. You can print demo tickets. So if you want to test a ticket scanner or test whatever else, prints a bunch of demo barcodes that you can use for whatever purpose you see fit. But I'm going to show you our point of sale system here quickly, open box office. And this is everything that comes with it. There's really only 5 areas of the box office. And they're all very straightforward, really simple. First, if I click current event, it's going to bring me to the next event chronologically on my schedule that I've got tickets available for, which for me is 4/6. So if it's race night, if the next available event chronologically is tonight's race, it'll bring up tonight's race. And you can sell general admission style tickets through here. You can sell reserve style tickets through here. Anything that you would sell online, you can sell through the box office system. It works with general admission tickets, but it's imperative to use it for reserve style seats. You don't want to double sell a seat because you didn't know somebody just bought it online or whatever else. You don't want to have a paper map in front of you marking them off. It is imperative to use this when you've got reserve style ticketing seats. Works just the same as it does online, right? I go in, I select the seats that I'm going to sell. I don't have any of them available for this particular map, but works the same way. Add them to your cart. Or you can go to all tickets. All tickets will allow you to sell tickets to any event or package or punch card on your schedule, right? So it's night number 1 of a 3-day show. You've got a 3-day ticket package out there. Somebody walks up to the gate and says, yeah, I want to buy tickets, but I want to buy tickets for the whole weekend. Click over to all tickets. Come down to the ticket package, open it, select the seats that they're going to sit in, and add them to your cart that way. That's what I did wrong. General admission is not available, but the other ones are. But either way, add to your cart. Remember, I had the general admission ones closed off. That's why. But that's how that would work, right? And you can sell tickets to your event that way. So that's the all tickets view. So current event, The next event chronologically on your schedule works well if it's tonight's event. All tickets will sell any package, punch card, or single event on your schedule that you want to sell. Past orders will allow you to look up any previous ticket purchase, right? So if I can search by customer last name, search for my own name, shows you all the tickets that they purchased. This works extremely well if somebody has walked up to your gate and said, I deleted the email with the barcode, or I've got this ticket, but it's not scanning. I can't figure out why, or whatever. So if I go in and I search that person's name and I click the items that they purchased, you know, that's not a good example because it's a season pass. I'll do another season pass. I'll do this one. I bought a ticket to the 12/21/23 event. And that's the ticket that I've got in my hand, and it's not scanning. But today is 12/22/23. You can tell them it's not scanning because you bought the wrong date. Or you can tell them, you know, hey, yeah, I've got your season pass here. I can view. I can reprint it if I need to. So you can hand them the barcode if they accidentally deleted their ticket email and don't have time to look in the app to find their purchase, whatever else. So past orders, I call it kind of the problem child booth, right? So if you've got an area where you've got people who are holding up the line, asking questions. You can send them, hey, go over there to the blue tent. They'll look up your information. They'll be able to find it. Shopping cart is just when you go to add a ticket to the shopping cart. This is where the information would appear. So every time you add a ticket, it'll automatically default to showing you the shopping cart. But if you're going to purchase more than one ticket or different types of tickets or whatever, you can use the shopping cart for that. Now I've got to find an event here that I actually have tickets available for. Darn it. 13th, maybe? No? There we go. So if I add a ticket to the cart here, this is a general admission style, works the same way with reserved. I add a ticket to the cart, add to cart, automatically brings me to the shopping cart screen. This is where you have the option to ask for email address. You have the option to ask for zip code, so you can continue to fill up that analytics screen and you can continue to retarget these people. Select payment type. We'll say they paid in cash. I'll send it to that email address and complete order. And now when I complete the order, it'll automatically bring up a print preview screen. I can print the tickets. For this print preview screen, right, I've got my regular printer connected, so it's giving me a full page. But we've got a Dymo printer out there that we recommend for use. Connect the Dymo printer. It'll print the ticket stub in a perfect size. So all you have to do is go to more settings, adjust the paper size to whatever the correct size on the Dymo printer is, and print that way. Rip it off, hand it to them. Works perfect. So again, you add the tickets to the cart. It immediately prints the ticket for them. The last thing that I'll show you in here is I will show you the redeem tickets window. The redeem tickets window will show the demo ticket date, right? So the demo tickets that I said we could print in this screen, there's the demo ticket date that you can scan those demo tickets. But it will also show you beyond that every event within the next 7 days, or within the previous 7 days, or previous 30 days, next 7 days. And all of those will be displayed here. So I can go ahead and I can redeem. Let's say it's this that we're going to redeem. I can this always the cursor will always stay activated in the barcode field, so you can USB a scanner into this screen, scan their tickets as they come through. There's also a scanner in the app, in the My Race Pass app that you can use. You can also Bluetooth a scanner to the My Race Pass app. And that's actually what I do. I'll go into the My Race Pass app, I'll open the ticket scanner, and then I'll Bluetooth an actual scanner to my phone and just use that to scan the tickets in. So a lot of scanning options there. But the permission level for the redemption portal is access to the scanning page, the redeem page, or the redeem window in the app, basically is what that is. So a lot of different ways to scan tickets as well. And that's really everything that I had to show for online tickets. And it's already taken longer than I thought it would. So I'm going to quickly run through some things on website features. I am passionate, and this is a hill that I'm willing to die on, about the idea that you have to have a professional looking website that's easy to find information at. If you think of yourself as a fan, figure out the top 5 questions that fans ask you, go to your website and see if there's a way to easily answer those questions. If there's not, you have a problem on your website. And that can be changed. Go through My Race Pass to get a website. It's easy to change our websites. I'll start with the schedule and results and points, right? Those are the 3 most high trafficked areas to most racetrack and series websites. Now, tracks that are doing a lot through news, that news will start to come into play instead. But for most people, schedule, results, points. That's why people are going there. So I want you to know that if you have a website through My Race Pass, you'll never have to look at schedule, results, or points. There is no updating those pages manually. Because you're using My Race Pass to score your races, your schedule is already in season management. Because you're using My Race Pass to score your races, the results will update automatically when the race is done. Instead of details, you'll see results. Because you're using My Race Pass to calculate your points at the end of the night, your points page will be updated automatically as well within a half hour of that happening. You never have to update these because you're using My Race Pass already. If you are selling tickets through My Race Pass, instead of details or results on this screen, you will actually see tickets right here to buy. I can buy tickets from this screen right now. Perfect. A link to buy tickets to that event. That's exactly what we need. So tickets, extremely useful and good to have there as well. The actual updating of our websites come in just a couple places. News, photos and videos, contact page, and custom pages. And those are really the 4 buckets of changes that you have to make to the website. I'll start with news, right? Under our crap demo website that doesn't look good, has news under media. Most websites have news just by itself as a news tab. But under news, we've got a news management screen in My Race Pass as well. And news is where you can start posting news articles. There's a couple of features of posting news articles. First, I want to show you one of the other websites that we do to kind of give you an idea of how the network works. So Huset's Speedway has a My Race Pass profile and website through us, right? So when I go to news for Huset's Speedway, the first thing that shows up is a pop-up screen. This pop-up screen is telling me that I've got a number of other profiles who have written a news article and tagged me in it. And now I have the option to add these other news articles to my website, right? So Aiden Lloyd wrote an article here. Brogan Carter did here. MSTS 360s did. JJ Hickel did. Cole Vanderheiden did. So all of these other websites or other profiles wrote a news article and tagged Huset's. And now Huset's has the option to either add them or dismiss them as they see fit. So let me get rid of that. So that's the first thing, is you can add other content to your website. The same goes for you. You write an article and tag Lucas Oil 8 Mile Alert Series in it, tag World of Outlaws in it, tag, whatever drivers have won your race, whatever you're going to do, whoever you're going to tag, they'll then have the option to add that to their websites and profiles as well. It doesn't guarantee that it's going to be there, but it's a pretty good indicator that it probably will. So I'm going to delete this old news article, and I'll come to a new one, and I'll add new. So how do I add news? Right here. Add a new news article. 3 things that are really important. 1, the heading. Just what it sounds like. Consider it the headline of a newspaper article, right? It's the heading. 2 is the body. I came from a world of education before this, so I can tell you from experience that experience with high schoolers writing essays on an online interface and complaining that they lost all their work because the internet went out. Write your news article in Word and then copy and paste it here. So if something happens to your internet or your laptop dies or whatever, you don't lose everything that you were working on. Type it in here, or type it in Word or something, or different kind of word processor, paste it into the body here. If you want to, you can put it in an article credit as well. Third thing here is media. Really simple, right? Click to add media. You can either use an already existing image that you've got from a previous gallery, or you can upload new. Either way, doesn't matter. Upload a new piece of media, can be an image or a video to your news article there. And then the fourth thing is the networking, and that's the tags that I talked about, right? So you always want to tag your article with a type of racing. I'll say wing sprints. You could use any driver that you wanted for your news article to share that information. If you're a series, you can tag the track that you're going to. If you're a track, you can tag the series that's coming. Or if you're working in conjunction with another track, you can do it that way too. Tag the event. If you've got an event that that you want that news article to be about, you can tag the event specifically. And that way, like, I think Wild West Shootout has a good example of this. If I'm on the schedule page for Wild West Shootout and I click on an event that has a news article associated with it, not only am I seeing all of the description information and classes and contact and whatever else and results, I'm also seeing the news articles associated with that event. So that's how that works as well. Somebody clicks on your event, they can see that. Or a class or sponsor or whatever. However else you want to do that, you can do all of those things. But those tags are important so that it can start to be shared in different places. And then based off of the tags, oftentimes we share things in our own newsletter that goes to many thousands of fans. We share things on myracepass.com or sprintsource.com or any of our other properties as well based on the tags. So tag them correctly. And that's news articles. And then that's how they show up on a website, right? So if I go to, I'll use Houston's as an example. If I go to their news section, it's where you can see all of the news articles for this year and for previous years, all showing in the screen, all able to be viewed and clicked on and all that kind of stuff. So all that's there. The next option on most websites is photos and videos. I'm going to show you photos, and I'm going to promise you that videos is the exact same interface. But if I go to media, you can do photos or videos. I'll choose photos here first. And photos, this is basically what's showing on the website. You can organize them into galleries, right? So if I go to our own website for photos, you can see that I've got different galleries here. So I can separate them out into galleries. I can make each individual hidden or active. And I can add, and I can click on a gallery to add images to it. I can add, more or less or whatever. I can select images and add to another or remove. I can reorder them. I can add captions, all of those types of things. Adding a new image is the same thing as it was in the article media. I can upload new. When I upload new, drag and drop here, and it'll be added to the gallery. I really recommend to add captions to your photos because of visually impaired ADA Act type stuff. A screen reader that is reading the screen to a visually impaired person has to be able to see something regarding the video, explain something, or excuse me, the image. So put a little throwaway caption here for your photos. That's about it. Next thing is videos, and I can promise you it's the exact same interface. There's only one difference. The only difference is that when I'm adding new, I have to have it be a YouTube or online link of some sort as opposed to a local upload. It has to be hosted online somewhere first. But that's really the only difference. And then the contact page is the last thing I'll show you here. I don't believe, we do have a contact page. It's really simple, right? There's the general contact information, and then there is the email form. So if I go to contact at the top of the screen, the general contact information is here, and whatever you want it to be, right? Mailing address, physical address, phone number, all that kind of stuff. It'll all show up here. Second option is that form. So I'm going to go to the form subjects section, and then I can have multiple subject lines and email addresses that will send to, right? So if you go to our form and you have a merchandise subject line, it'll send an email to that email address or that email address. If you have a general inquiries subject line, it'll send to this email address. This is where you can add available email addresses and subject lines that go along with it. So all that kind of stuff is here and available for you. There is also a view messages section that will show you everyone who's already sent a message to you. So, even though you're getting them via email, you can also see them here and start to look through the messages that way. That was a pretty quick look at websites, right? A lot of our websites are infinitely customizable. There's a race day countdown in the header of this one. You can buy tickets in the header of this one. Because I like sprint cars, I can only ever think of sprint car tracks, but Let me pull up another one that's a good example of a lot of different issues. There's not really a big header in this one. Instead, there is a big headlines feed where they can post custom news articles with custom images, as well as all the rest of their news articles. All of this information is here and available at all the websites. All of it's basically the same, right? The schedule, the points, the results, all that kind of stuff. The one thing that I will tell you about our websites, and I talked about this a little bit with fantasy, but it's one last point that I'll tell you about the websites. You'll often see some of these ads, right? Power Pack is over here. Race for Research is over here. Those types of things. We at My Race Pass oftentimes have the ability to sell advertising to advertisers at a corporate level that far exceeds what an individual network could, right? An individual tracker series. We do, and then we share the revenue back with the racetracks based on the number of page views they get on a monthly basis or quarterly basis. We sell them or share the profits quarterly. So there are many My Race Pass tracks through over the course of the year. If they're driving traffic to their website correctly through the digital advertising program, pay for the website. Sometimes it takes a year, sometimes it takes 2, but the initial development fee of the website can be paid off through our digital ad network. So how do you increase your revenue? You send more people to your website. How do you send more people to your website? Don't put a press release on Facebook. Put a news article in on your website. Share that news article to your Facebook page to drive traffic back to your website. Put galleries of images on your website if that's something that your fans are interested in. Continue to send people to your website for information about their events, whether that be a running order or purse payout information or whatever. Somebody asks you a question, don't just say, here's the answer. Say, it's on this page of our website. Drive traffic to your website as much as you can, including ticket buying, and it'll increase your DA revenue, increase the checks you get quarterly. Could be anything from $100 to, close to $1,000 we've sent quarterly, depending on the racetrack. So those types of things can be valuable as well. That was a long session. I apologize for that. But that was all really, I think, pertinent information regarding tickets and regarding our websites. If you've got any questions about any of this, please send us an email, support@myracepass.com. We can help get anything started that you've got, or, really anything else. We're happy to answer your questions. Again, this recording will be on YouTube probably tonight. Again, just feel free to reach out with anything that you've got. You can also hit up our help center, mrphelp.com. One other small thing I want to mention here is that we've done a required update to MRP Live. It won't change the interface at all or for any purpose. It's just back-end updates. So if you're not on the new version of MRP Live, update. The banner is going to be here for everybody. So even if you are on the new version, you'll still see the banner. So don't freak out if you still see the banner. Just make sure you're on the new version of MRP Live. If you're not, when you open MRP Live, it'll auto-update it for you. I just want to make you aware that that's happening. Appreciate you guys taking the time out of your afternoon to sit through this and be a part of this. Again, we'll do the same session at 7, and then we'll circle back in April and go through the webinar options again. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for being a member of Team MRP. We'll talk to you later.